servant who worked for MAF, the organisation that preceded DEFRA. And you used to be in charge of pesticide safety as well, didn't you, Jeffrey?
Yeah, for some period, yeah.
So talk to us about organic food, because many people choose it because they believe it is safer for them because it doesn't have the same levels of pesticide residue as non-organic food. Is that a legitimate reason to buy organic?
Well, personally, I'm not persuaded by any of those arguments, because pesticides, where they are present, and they're not present in very many fruit and veg, very tiny trace amounts that can not possibly damage your health or anybody's health. People are worried, it seems to me, unnecessarily by these very small amounts. They're quite happy, I've got a visual aid with me here, to drink organic wine, or any wine really, which has got 14%, this particular one, of quite a dangerous chemical in here, which is alcohol. I'm not a teetotaler, I'm not trying to push that cause, but alcohol is a known human carcinogen. And people are quite happy to take that in 14 parts per 100, and yet they're very scared by parts per million or per billion of pesticides, which have been very heavily tested. So there's our attitude to risk it seems to be a bit dubious in that area.
Do you think then that consumers have got this issue out of perspective?
I think that they've been misled.
Deliberately misled?
Deliberately misled, yes. Where I came to is, went to my local supermarket some years ago and saw some materials that were pushing organic food, and they contained ridiculous claims. They said, first of all, they don't use chemicals, whereas organic food does use chemicals, but a restricted number. They said it tastes better, and there's no proof of that. It's environmentally friendly, and other similar claims. And I made, first of all, I tried to get the supermarket to change its brochure. They wouldn't do it. And then I complained to the Advertising Standards Authority, who upheld all the complaints against these.
Well, let's stay on the health issue, because it's my hunch that people choose organic food because they believe it is better for their health.
Sure.
Organic farmers use fewer pesticides than non-organic farmers. And according to the Soil Association, pesticides are linked with a range of problems, including cancer, decreasing male fertility, fetal abnormalities, chronic fatigue syndrome in children, and Parkinson's disease.
Well, that's typical scaremongering by the Soil Association, who have, by the way, got their logo on this bottle of alcohol. How can they make those claims when they're actually sanctioning something that there's very high proportion of a known carcinogen?
Yeah, but you can make a choice as a consumer whether to drink alcohol or not, whereas the advice is that we should all be eating fruit and vegetables.
Indeed so, yeah.
Then can you understand that people would want to buy food which has a minimal level of pesticides which have been linked to health problems?
Well, the pesticides are very heavily checked before they're allowed. I was amazed as a lay person coming to this system of checks on pesticides, how strongly they are checked. Much more tightly controlled than medicines, because you have to show they don't damage human health, but they don't damage the environment and so on. And people are worried by these things that have gone through a very stringent checking process for no good reason. The quotes you made from the Soil Association are typical of the sort of puff they put out to scare people. And this is where I'm coming from, really. Why should they scare people about ordinary food? I suppose I'm a poor person. I'm trying to buy fruit and veg for my family, which I've been told is good for me. I believe I should have 5 portions a day. And then I believe that maybe organic is good, conventional is bad. I can't afford organic, and the price markup is colossal for organic food. What do? I may not buy any at all. And that's really concerns me. I think that these scaremongering campaigns are damaging public health by, in fact, putting people off fruit and vegetables in general.
Okay. Jeffrey Holness, there we must leave it, but thanks very much indeed for that. Just to let you know that we will be speaking to someone from the Soil Association here on Breakfast in about an hour's time.
And talking to Egon Rennie as well.
Of course.
Now, 100% organic and very good for us, I'm sure. The writer and broadcaster Simon Fanshawe. Morning.
Beaming with organic.
And no pesticidal residues.
What gets me about that is what organic means, because it's thrown around as a term, so maybe the Soil
Association. But first, the papers. Thank you very much. We're going to take a look at the front pages first. And